You ever sit in a room so quiet you can hear your own heartbeat? You can feel it, can't you? That thump thump in your chest. Almost like it's mocking you. Reminding you, hey, you're still alive. But the question is, why? Why are you alive? Why are you sitting here swallowing every insult, every betrayal, every knife they've shoved in your back, pretending it doesn't hurt? See, I know your type. Oh, I know it well. You're the silent one. The one who gets stepped on because you don't fight back. You take it all thinking one day they'll see your worth. That they'll magically realize the damage they've done. Newsflash, kid. They won't. They won't give a damn. Because the world doesn't listen to whispers. It listens to explosions. And right now, you're nothing but a whisper. Let me tell you something they don't want you to know. Your silence? Oh, it's powerful. But only if you know how to use it. Silence is a weapon, not a weakness. The quiet ones, they scare the loudest mouths. You just don't see it yet because you're too busy being scared of them. Instead, you're sitting here letting them walk all over you, aren't you? Yeah, I know you are. They talk behind your back. They laugh at your failures. And you just smile. You nod. You pretend like it doesn't sting. But let me tell you something, sweetheart. It stings. And that sting, that's your soul begging you to wake up. To stop being their punching bag and start being their nightmare. Do you think they're gonna feel bad for you? You think they're gonna wake up one day and say, oh, maybe we were too harsh on him? No, they won't. People don't regret stepping on ants. They regret stepping on snakes. And right now, you're not even a bug. You're dust. Invisible, forgettable. But you don't have to stay that way. No. You can turn it all around. You just have to stop caring about what they think. Because they're opinions. They're chains. Heavy, rusty chains that are keeping you tied down. Making you believe you're not good enough. But you are. You just have to stop trying to prove it to them. The thing about silence is, it makes people uncomfortable. They can't handle it. They thrive on reactions, on drama, on noise. But you're gonna give them nothing. No screams, no tears, no begging. Just silence. Cold, hard, terrifying silence. And when you do speak, oh, they'll listen. Because by then, they'll know. They'll know you're not the same person they used to push around. You want to know why I'm telling you this? It's not because I care about you. No, don't get it twisted. I'm telling you this because I love chaos. And nothing creates chaos like a man who's finally had enough. Picture this. The next time they try to cut you down, you don't flinch. You don't argue. You just stare. And then, when they least expect it, you hit them where it hurts. Not with your fists. No, fists are too predictable. You hit them with success, with silence, with a smile that says, I know what you did, but I'm still here. That will drive them insane. Because here's the truth. They don't hate you because you're weak. They hate you because they see what you could become. They see the potential, the fire, the storm you're keeping bottled up inside. And it terrifies them. They're scared of you, kid. They're scared that one day you'll wake up and realize you don't need their approval, that you don't need their validation, that you're better off without them. Wake up. Let that silence of yours speak for you. Let it scream louder than any words ever could. Let it tell them, I don't need you. I never did. And when they finally hear it, oh, they will hear it. They'll crumble. Because they'll realize too late what they lost. But by then, you won't care. 'Cause you'll be too busy living the life they never thought you could have. A life they'll never be a part of. So go ahead. Stay silent. But not because you're weak. Stay silent because you're strong enough to let your actions speak for you. And when they finally listen, well, let's just say they'll regret every single word they ever said. You're still not convinced, are you? I can see it in your eyes. You're clinging to this idea, this pathetic, laughable fantasy that people will change, that if you just keep playing nice, if you keep taking the punches, eventually they'll stop. They won't. They never will. And do you know why? Because people are selfish. They'll take and take and take until there's nothing left of you but a hollow shell. And even then, they'll blame you for breaking. That's the game, kid. And you've been playing it like a fool. Look at you, sitting there, hoping for a savior, hoping for someone to pull you out of the hole you're in. But here's the truth, darling. No one's coming. No one's going to save you. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you'll understand what you really need to do. You don't climb out of the hole by waiting. You claw your way out. With bloodied hands and broken nails. You fight, not because you think you'll win, but because you refuse to lose. And here's the funny part. When you finally make it out, when you finally stand on top of the world, those same people who pushed you down, they'll be the first ones to reach out their hands, pretending they were rooting for you all along. But you won't forget, will you? No. You'll remember every insult, every sneer, every time they turn their backs on you. And you'll smile. Not out of kindness, no, but because you'll know that their regret is the sweetest revenge. But let me warn you, this path isn't for the faint of heart. Oh no. It's dark, it's lonely, and it's filled with pain. The kind of pain that makes you question everything, that makes you wonder if it's all worth it. But let me tell you something, kid. It is. Every scar, every tear, every sleepless night, it's all worth it. Because the alternative is staying where you are, stuck, powerless, forgotten. You think they don't notice you now? You think you're invisible? Oh, they see you. They see you, all right? They see your potential, your strength, your fire, and it burns them. It burns them because they know they can't control it. And that's why they try to snuff it out. But you're not gonna let them, are you? You're gonna take that fire and let it consume you. You're gonna let it turn you into something they can't ignore. 'Cause that's the secret, kid. The only way to make them see you is to become undeniable. You wanna make them regret underestimating you? Don't shout. Don't cry. Don't beg. Just be better. Be smarter. Be stronger. Be so damn good that they can't look away. Let your success drown out their laughter. Let your silence deafen their taunts. And when they finally realize what you've become, oh, the look on their faces will be worth every second of pain. Because here's the thing about silence. It's loud, louder than any scream, louder than any argument. Silence forces them to listen, forces them to see. And when they do, when they finally see you for what you are, they'll understand that they never should have messed with you in the first place. You think this is harsh? You think I'm being cruel? Ha. This isn't cruelty, kid. This is reality. And reality doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about fairness. It cares about survival. And if you want to survive, if you want to thrive, you have to stop caring too. You have to let go of the need to be liked, to be understood, to be accepted. Because the moment you stop seeking their approval, the moment you stop playing by their rules, you'll realize something incredible. You don't need them. You never did. Everything you've been looking for, the strength, the confidence, the power, it's been inside you all along. You just have to find it. And when you do, when you finally step into the person you were always meant to be, they won't know what hit them. They'll look at you and they'll see everything they tried to destroy, everything they thought they had crushed. And they'll realize, too late, that they never stood a chance. Let them think you're weak. Let them think you're nothing. Because one day, your silence will speak volumes they can never ignore. Still listening. That's good. That's real good. Because most people, they would have walked away by now. They don't like hearing the truth. It makes them squirm. Makes them uncomfortable. But not you. No. You're still here. You want to hear more, don't you? You see, the funny thing about people like you don't quit. Even when the whole world is screaming at you to give up. You don't. And that's what makes you dangerous. Because the world, it hates persistence. It hates resilience. It hates people who refuse to stay down. But here's the catch. Persistence without action, it's worthless. It's just wasted energy. You can't just sit there and hope for things to change. You have to make them change. You have to grab life by the throat and say, this is mine. You think they're gonna hand you anything? You think the world's just gonna wake up one day and decide to be fair? Ha! Fairness is a joke. A sick, twisted joke that they tell you to keep you in line. There's no fairness, no justice. There's only power. And the ones who have it, they're not gonna give it up without a fight. Fight. Fight for what's yours. Fight for what they said you couldn't have. Fight for every dream, every goal, every little piece of happiness they tried to take from you. And don't you dare stop until you get it. Here's the thing about fighting. It's not always loud. It's not always flashy. Sometimes the strongest fight is the one no one sees. The one where you keep your head down, keep working, keep building, while they're too busy laughing to notice what you're becoming. And then one day, they'll look up and realize you're not the same person they used to mock. You're not the same person they used to control. You've changed. You've grown. You've become something they can't touch. And that moment, that moment is beautiful, because that's when they'll start to fear you. Not because you've hurt them, no, but because you've surpassed them. Because you've shown them what it means to rise above. But don't get comfortable. Don't let their fear fool you into thinking you've won. Because the moment they see you rising, they'll try to pull you back down. They'll spread lies. They'll try to sabotage you. They'll do everything they can to stop you. And that's when you smile. That's when you show them that nothing they do can touch you. That no matter how hard they try, you're already too far ahead. You see, the key isn't just to win. It's to win so completely that they can't even dream of stopping you. To win so decisively that they have no choice but to respect you, even if they hate you, and you'll do it. I know you will. Because you've got something they don't. You've got the fire, the hunger, the drive to keep going, no matter how many times they knock you down. And that's what makes you unstoppable. They'll call you crazy. They'll call you obsessive. They'll call you every name in the book. But do you know what they'll never call you? Weak. Because weakness is a choice. It's a mindset. And you, my friend, are anything but weak. You've got the strength to endure, the courage to stand tall. And the silence, oh, that beautiful, deafening silence that will haunt them for the rest of their lives. So let them talk. Let them laugh. Let them underestimate you. Because one day, they'll realize the truth. One day, they'll see you for who you really are. And when that day comes, your silence will speak volumes they can never ignore. Remember, kid, they can't ignore what they can't escape, and you're gonna be the thing they can never escape. Oh, you didn't think I was finished, did you? No. See, I couldn't leave just yet. There's one more thing you need to understand before I go. Let's talk about pain, yeah. Pain. That gnawing, gut-wrenching feeling that you try so hard to bury. The one that keeps you up at night, whispering in your ear, reminding you of every mistake, every failure, every betrayal. You think it's your enemy, don't you? You think if you could just get rid of it, you'd be free. But let me tell you something, darling. Pain isn't the enemy. It's the teacher. Every time they hurt you, every time they broke you, every time they made you feel like nothing, you learned something. Maybe not right away, no. At first, all you felt was the sting, the burn, the ache that wouldn't go away. But over time, you started to see it for what it really was, a lesson. Pain taught you how to survive. It taught you how to adapt. It taught you how to get back up, even when every bone in your body screamed at you to stay down. And now it's time to use it. Because pain is power. The kind of power they can't take away from you. The kind of power that makes you unstoppable. You see, most people run from pain. They hide from it, numb it, drown it in distractions. But not you. No. You've carried it with you every single day. It's in your eyes, in your voice, in the way you move. And that's your weapon. Because the truth is, the people who hurt you, they've never felt real pain. Not like you have. They don't know what it's like to wake up every morning and fight just to keep going. They don't know what it's like to live with scars so deep. They're etched into your soul, but you do. And that makes you stronger than they could ever imagine. So here's the plan. Kid, you take all that pain, all that anger, all that heartbreak, and you turn it into fuel. You let it burn inside you, not to destroy you, but to drive you, to push you forward when the world tries to hold you back. Because they can't break you. Not anymore. You've already been broken, haven't you? And guess what? You survived. You're still here, still breathing, still fighting. And that scares the hell out of them. They wanted to crush you, to silence you, to make you disappear. But instead, they created something they can't control. Now it's your turn. Your turn to show them what happens when you push someone too far. Your turn to show them what happens when the quiet ones finally rise. But remember, kid, this isn't about revenge. No, revenge is cheap. Revenge is petty. This is about something much bigger. This is about becoming everything they said you couldn't be. About proving, not to them, but to yourself, that you're more than their lies, more than their insults, more than the pain they tried to bury you under. So go ahead, let them laugh, let them doubt, let them think they've won. Because when the dust settles and they're left standing in the ruins of their own arrogance, they'll see you. They'll see what they tried to destroy, and they'll know that your silence was never weakness. You didn't think it was that simple, did you? No. There's more. There's always more. See, it's one thing to rise above the ashes, to claw your way out of the pit they threw you in. But it's another thing entirely to stay out. They're going to test you. Oh, they'll smile to your face, pat you on the back, maybe even clap for you when they think you finally made it. But don't let them fool you. That applause, it's hollow. It's poisoned. Because deep down, they're waiting for you to fall. They can't stand the thought of you winning. Not really. It eats at them, gnaws at their insides like a parasite. Because every victory of yours is a reminder of their own failures. And that's something their fragile little egos can't handle. So, what do? They wait. They wait for you to slip, to stumble, to show even the smallest crack in your armor. And when you do, they'll pounce. They'll sink their claws in, twist the knife, and laugh as they drag you back down to where they think you belong. But that's where they're wrong, isn't it? Because you've been in the dirt before. You've lived in the shadows, swallowed your pride, choked on your own pain. And you didn't just survive, you thrived. You learned how to fight, how to endure, how to take every hit and keep moving. And now, you're not just playing the game, you're rewriting the damn rules. Let them try to drag you down. Let them spread their lies, their rumors, their pathetic little attempts to break you. Because every time they do, every time they underestimate you, they're handing you the greatest gift of all. Oh, they think they're so clever, don't they? Whispering behind your back, pretending they're better than you, acting like they've got it all figured out. But the truth is they're terrified of you. Terrified of what you might become. Because deep down, they know you've got something they'll never have. Call it grit, call it fire, call it sheer, unrelenting willpower. Whatever it is, it scares the hell out of them. And that's why they want to keep you down. But you're not going to let them, are you? No. You're going to take every insult, every betrayal, every damn thing they throw at you, and you're going to turn it into fuel. You're going to use it to build something they can't tear down. Because that's what they don't understand. They think they can break you, but all they're doing is making you stronger. Every scar, every wound, every bruise, it's all part of the process. It's all shaping you into something they can't control. And when the time comes, when you finally unleash the full force of everything you've become, they won't know what hit them. They'll look at you and they'll see the truth they've been running from all along. That they were never strong enough to destroy you. So let them talk. Let them laugh. Let them try to tear you down. Because every time they do, they're just digging their own graves. And you're gonna stand there, silent, watching, waiting, until the moment is right. And when that moment comes, when they're finally forced to face the consequences of underestimating you, they'll realize something they'll never admit. That your silence wasn't weakness. It was patience. It was power. It was the calm before the storm. And now, my dear, the storm is here. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Is this it? Is this where it ends? No. You don't get off that easy. There's still more. So much more. Because, you see, the real battle? It's not out there. It's not against them, or the world, or whatever excuses you like to throw around. No. The real battle is in here. That little voice in your head, you know the one that tells you you're not good enough. The one that whispers, why even bother? You'll never make it. Yeah, that voice. That's the enemy. That's the thing you gotta kill if you ever wanna be free. You know what's funny? That voice isn't even yours. No. It's theirs. It's all the lies they fed you. All the doubts they planted in your mind. All the times they told you you weren't enough. And you believed them. But not anymore. No, not anymore. Because now, you know the truth. That voice, it's a lie. A pathetic little lie that's been living rent-free in your head for far too long. And it's time to evict it. You want to know how? How to silence that voice for good? It's simple. You prove it wrong. Every single day, you wake up and you do the things it says you can't. You take every doubt, every fear, every insecurity, and you turn them into ammunition. You don't run from your demons. You don't hide from them. You face them. You stare them down and you say, "You don't own me anymore." And then you crush them. You take all that pain, all that anger, all that darkness inside you, and you use it to build something they can't tear down. Because here's the thing. They're counting on you to give up. They're betting everything on the hope that you'll break under the weight of it all. But you're not going to give them that satisfaction. No, you're going to rise. Not because it's easy, not because it's fair, but because you refuse to let them win. Because you know, deep down, in the darkest corners of your soul, that you're worth more than their lies, their doubts, their pathetic little attempts to keep you small. And when you do rise, when you finally stand tall and show them who you really are, they're not gonna know what to do. They'll try to tear you down again, of course. They'll try to remind you of who you used to be, of the mistakes you've made, the times you've fallen. But it won't matter, because by then, you'll be untouchable. Do you hear me? Untouchable. Not because they stopped trying, but because you stopped caring. Their opinions, their judgments, their insults, they'll bounce right off you. Because you'll know the truth. You'll know that their words don't define you. You define you. And that scares them more than anything. The idea that you might stop playing by their rules, stop seeking their approval, stop letting them control you, it terrifies them. Because once you're free, truly free, there's nothing that they can do to stop you. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them laugh. Because every time they do, they're just giving you more fuel, more fire, more reason to keep going. And one day, one day, they'll look at you and realize they never stood a chance. Because your silence, your strength, your unshakable will, it's louder than any scream, more powerful than any word, more terrifying than any threat, and they'll never be able to ignore it. Something you've been avoiding, something that's been eating away at you, festering in the back of your mind like a wound you refuse to treat. It's them, the ones who broke you, the ones who lied to you, betrayed you, left you bleeding and alone, the ones who made you feel like you were nothing. You've been carrying them with you, haven't you? Every word they said, every look, every laugh, it's all still there, weighing you down like chains you can't seem to break. Do you know what they call that? Guilt, resentment, anger, all wrapped up in a neat little package you've been dragging behind you like some kind of punishment. But here's the thing, that package, it's not yours to carry. It never was. They want you to carry it. Oh, they do. Because as long as you're weighed down by it, you can't move forward. You can't rise. You can't become the person you were meant to be. And that's exactly what they want. So let it go. Drop it. Leave it behind. Not for them, no, never for them, but for you. Because every second you spend holding onto that weight is a second you could be using to build something better. And trust me, the best revenge, it's not tearing them down. It's not giving them the satisfaction of knowing they still have power over you. No. The best revenge is showing them that you don't need them, that their words, their actions, their pathetic little attempts to break you, they don't matter. They'll hate that. You know, they'll hate seeing you happy, successful, free, because it'll remind them of everything they're not, everything they'll never be. And that's a pain they'll carry for the rest of their lives. But you're not like them. You don't need to hold on to the past to find your strength. Your strength is in the future, in the choices you make every single day, in the person you're becoming. So don't let them win. Don't let them take another second of your life. Because the moment you let go of that weight, the moment you stop caring what they think, what they say, what they do, that's the moment you become unstoppable. And when they see you standing tall, when they see you smiling, laughing, living, they'll realize the truth, that they didn't break you. They made you. Every lie, every betrayal, every scar, it all made you stronger, tougher, better than they could ever hope to be. So let them laugh, let them doubt, let them talk behind your back. Because while they're busy living in the past, you'll be building the future. And when they finally look up and see what you've become, they'll realize something they'll never admit. That their hate, their lies, their petty little games, they were never strong enough to destroy you. Because you, my friend, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. And there's nothing they can do to stop you.